And we've got about 1 more second to go, and there it is. So we've got a win. And let's come over to the trade manager. We're going to mark this as a win. Hey everybody, Mark here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we're going to be looking at a very simplified strategy, something that if you're a complete beginner and you really don't understand how a lot of the indicators work, or maybe you get a little bit confused when there's a lot of stuff going on the chart, and you just want something super simple that does not require any indicators whatsoever, well, this is going to be the strategy for you. Okay, I call it the F5 strategy because we're going to be focusing on the first 5 seconds inside a pocket option. You know, whatever happens in the first 5 seconds on a 30-second time frame, that's when we're going to enter the trade. Very simple, guys. That's it. So to set this up, just make sure to set your time frames for your chart on S30, which means that this will be a 30-second time frame. Okay. Then after that, for the expiry, make sure to set the time up here to 5 seconds. Now you're going to have to use an OTC market for this. And so just over here on the assets or currencies, just make sure to select 1 or 2 of the OTC pairs, and that will work just fine. Okay, that will allow us to trade with an expiry time under 1 minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in here. We're already ready to go because there's no indicators. We can just start this strategy. Now, all we're doing here is we're aiming for a 50% win rate. That's it, because that's all you need to be profitable. All right. Long are the days trying to get a 90 or 95 or even 100% win rate, which I don't even think even exists. All you need is a 50% win rate. Okay. And we're going to be using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager to help us stay profitable. This is an incredible trade manager that I provide to all of the VIP members inside of my private Telegram group. And so even if we incur losses during our trading sessions, we can still come out profitable. And this is fully customizable. You can control and set how much risk you want, so you can make your sessions really, really risky, or you can make them ultra conservative as well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come over to Pocket Option and look at my balance that I have inside of my account. I currently have $200, so I'm going to go back over to the Trade Manager. And for the initial capital that I'm starting with, I'm going to go ahead and put in 200 right there. Now I must set how many trades that I want to take for this session. So for me, I'm going to set this to 10. Now I must set how many wins that I want out of the 10 total trades. So basically I have, well, there's 2 in here at the moment. That looks pretty good for me. And so what that means is that I must win 2 out of 10 trades. And if I do that, then I will come out profitable with this trading session. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now over here on the left, the trade manager is going to give me the first trade amount that I must use for the very first trade for this session. So this is trade number 1, and the amount is $1.37. So I'll come over to Pocket Option, and I'll just put in here $1.37. That's it. So we're pretty much all set to go. Let's go ahead and look on the chart, find something that's something that has a pretty good movement to it, something that's not really going sideways, but has a lot of up and down movement in the market. And okay, this looks pretty good right here. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. So now let's zoom in here a little bit closer and take a look at what's happening. So we can see we have 10 more seconds left on this candle. Each candle here represents 30 seconds. Okay, whatever color the candle is, that's going to determine if you're going to buy or sell. So if the candle is red in the first 5 seconds, you're going to sell. If the candle is green, then you're going to buy. Okay, now let's just go ahead and wait for an opportunity here. That looks like it played out pretty well. Let's wait for the next candle to appear. 30, 29, 28, 27, and as soon as it's a little bit indecisive. If I see that the candle is hesitating to move, or it's jumping back and forth between red and green, I'm going to go ahead and stay out. But it looks like this would have played out anyway. And let's wait for another candle to appear. Okay, so it looks like it's green so far. First 5 seconds, guys, 26, there it is, 25. I'm gonna go ahead and enter, and we've got about 1 more second, and there it is. So the first one was a win. Let's go over to the trade manager and mark this as a win. Now that's pretty much it. The trade manager says that I must use a trade amount for the next trade. It's only going to be 29 cents. And of course, Pocket Option will not let us trade with anything lower than $1. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this session as complete. Great. Let's go back over and see our balance. So we have 201 and 26 cents. Let's go ahead and change it. Change our initial capital, 201 and 26 cents. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Now you might be looking at this and going, well, Mark, that's not very much money, right? Well, here's the thing. Slow and steady always wins the race. It may only look like you've only earned 0.76% on your account, right? Well, let's go ahead and do some math here. I'm going to grab my handy little calculator. And let's say that your goal is to earn 5% per day. Well, all you would have to do is just enter 5 and divide that by 0.76 equals, and that's just a little over 6 sessions per day. That's the power behind the trade manager. So I think a lot of us are really used to seeing those large trade amounts from other YouTubers, when in reality, most of those people that follow those videos, they blow their accounts. I know because they reach out to me on Telegram and they tell me what's going on. Instead, have an ultra-conservative approach when it comes to your trading. Let's go ahead and set up the next trade. So the current initial capital right now is 201 and 26 cents. The Wealth Warriors Trade Manager says that the first trade is going to be $1.38. Let's go back over here. There's just 1 cent more. There we go. So $1.38. And let's go ahead and look for another opportunity. So we've got 13 seconds left for the new candle. So I'll go ahead and stand by for that. And 5 more seconds. All right, here's the new candle. Let's see how it looks here. So we got 27, 26, and that's the first 5 seconds, guys. And it looks like it's going in our direction. 1 more second, there it is. So we've got another, well, actually, that is a break even. That is a break even. So technically, we did not make a profit. We did not win or lose. So that means that we are not going to touch the trade manager. We're just going to leave everything like it is. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next setup. Okay, so we've got the first 5 seconds here. It looks like it's going to be red. And I will go ahead and, I will go ahead and enter the trade. And that was a loss. Excuse me, guys, I had to clear my throat there. I just woke up a little while ago. So let's go over to the trade manager, and we're going to mark this first trade for this session as a loss. Okay. Now the trade manager tells me that the next size trade is going to be $2.55. So you don't have to worry about what the next trade size is going to be. The Wealth Warriors Trade Manager will handle all of that for you. The next trade size, $2.55. Let's go over here to Pocket Option and enter that amount over here. And that looks pretty good. So let's wait for the next opportunity. And we're waiting for a new candle to appear. And we want to enter the trade based on the color after the first 5 seconds. 28, 27, 26. Let's go ahead and go in green. And we've got about 1 more second to go. And there it is. So we've got a win. And let's come over to the trade manager. We're going to mark this as a win. And now the next trade size is under $1, guys. So that means that this session is over. Let me come over here and I'm going to go ahead and clear everything out. And let's enter our new balance. So now we have 202 and 23 cents. Let's go over to the trade manager. 202 and 23 cents. That's it. The next trade size, or the first trade size amount for this session, is going to be $1.38. So it looks like, yeah, so $1.38. And let's go ahead and wait for the next candle. And we'll go ahead and enter another trade here. So we got about 4 more seconds to go. Okay, here's the next candle and the first 5 seconds. After the first 5 seconds, looks like we're green. Let's go ahead and enter the market. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of a push here. There we go. And another break even. So we don't do anything with the trade manager, guys. That's 2 break evens in one video. Usually doesn't happen. But that was pretty close. Let's go ahead and look for another setup, or better yet, I can change the chart because it looks like we're in the middle of a little, kind of like a little order block here. So I'm going to find something else that's not as choppy. This looks pretty good. Looks like we're coming down here. And let me go back to that one. Okay, this one looks pretty good right here. Let's go ahead and wait for the next candle and keep an eye on the first 5 seconds. So far, we're doing pretty good. Okay, so first 5 seconds, we just have a new candle here. 26, 25. It looked a little bit indecisive. So what I'm going to do is look for another setup. If it's going back and forth between red and green, I'm going to go ahead and switch the chart or look for some much smoother price action. This looks pretty good right here. So it kind of came up, might hit a little resistance down here. Let's go ahead and see what it gives us. Okay, first 5 seconds, new candle, 26, 25, it's red. Let's go ahead and enter. And we got about 1 more second to go and another win, guys. So let's come over here. And the first win of this, or the first trade of this session, is a win. So we've got it says the next trade size is 29 cents. That's okay. We've already made profit and we're unable to trade with less than $1. So I'll go ahead and call it a session. Let's go ahead and clear this out. And there we go. That's how simple it is, guys. Try this out for yourself. There's no indicators whatsoever. You're just looking after the first 5 seconds of the candle. If it looks like it's pushing in one direction or the other, however, if it's a little bit indecisive, and if it's moving back and forth between red and green, or if you also see the candle, it looks kind of like a doji candle, where you have a long wick at the top and the bottom, and the body of the candle is very small, I would probably stay out. Because you've got a new candle every 30 seconds. So there's plenty of opportunities for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Hey everybody, Mark here. I have a question for you. Are you struggling to become profitable with binary options? Does it seem like no matter how many wins you get, your account balance is either going down or it just seems to stay in the same spot? Well, I've got a solution for you. It's called the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, and it gives you the potential to make between 5 and 10% on your account every day. You could have multiple losses in a row and still come out profitable. And you guys know that, having proper risk management is your key to success with trading. And this trade manager gives you that edge that you need. So join the VIP Telegram group now and get access to all my premium calculators and spreadsheets. Now's the time. It's time to take your trading to the next level. You'll find the link below in the description of this video. Have a good day.